Move on to the next topic there.
Yes, sir.
So, did you hear the story about the New York Police Department detective caught shaking ass in a music video? So she was a detective for 7 years on the force, and somebody on the force actually commented on it. He remained anonymous, but he's like, that is insane. Which, I saw the video, it is insane, not because she was shaking ass, it's because the music was straight trash. Like, you threw away your career for a fucking SoundCloud rapper.
He wasn't even a SoundCloud rapper with the way that track was sounding, Big Nasty. Like, that shit was like one step above Ice JJ Fish.
It was like a 2000s music. 'Cause you're in a strip club, she's dancing, you're rapping, but the rap is so ass. I'm actually more mad at her than the rap because, bro, you should have heard the track. I don't know how much. If you just wanted to show ass, you could have just done it on IG like everybody.
And everybody would have been okay with it. I think that's why she got fired, for real. It's because of that music.
Did she get fired?
Yeah, I know. She got removed to the force.
Well, of course it's because of music video. She wasn't shaking ass to the fucking iTunes track. Yeah, but she died. Like, that's insane. At the same time, though, it's like now she's popular. She could just put up an OnlyFans. She'll be out there. But I've seen her before. I feel like I've seen her.
Oh, specifically?
Yeah, like in like YouTube videos. But she was shaking ass. She was actually doing her job. So.
I don't think that I've seen her. I don't think that I've seen her at all. Not that I could recall. But yeah, that music video was absolutely trash. I'm gonna be so innocent.
But let's I don't even really want to talk about this 10-hour flight. You hear about that?
So it was explain this to me. They were on their way to,
so they were in here, so they were leaving Chicago, Illinois, to go to India on a 10-hour flight.
Okay.
The flight had to stop because the toilets were so full of shit that they had to make an emergency landing. Now, I don't know where exactly it stopped at, but how much shit they had to take in a 10-hour flight? Because, bro, we've been to DR, that's 3.5 hours. I never had to take that shit. I've been to Cancun, that's like 4 to 5 hours.
We went to fucking LA. That's like a 5-hour flight.
5 hours, 5.5 hours. Didn't think about taking a ship. So these niggas were just piling up, right?
All that curry they were eating.
Just to shit it out in the plane. That is insanity.
The smell on that plane had to be fucking wild that they had to go, now we're turning this bitch around. Like, think about that.
It must have been.
Yo!
Back. They probably, yeah.
And they couldn't even crack a window.
How does, yeah.
That's tragic.
So wait, I think I was talking to you about the movie with Joe Dirt where they showed like he thought he had a meteor, but it was actually just a clump of shit from the airplane. I didn't think that was actually true.
Yeah.
So what, they have like actual septic tanks on the bottom just to store everything and they just kind of dump it out like an RV?
From my understanding and the way that the toilet sounds when you press the fucking button,
that shit sounds like it's going straight down.
It doesn't even like shoot water from what I look like.
It's just a suction.
Yeah, that's my assumption. I thought it was just evacuating out of the plane. But then if you think about it, planes that fly over the country, you'd have shit like dropping out of the sky.
I feel like there should be a bucket for that. Like if you're over the ocean,
dump it. Right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, if you're a fisherman, you get shit on me tight. Especially
that's fucking tragic. Just a fucking pile of shit drops on you.
Just dropping on there.
Yeah, I'd be so fucking mad.